I want to begin my speech in this facility of the group of friends of the United Nations Charter. We know that along the years, the United Nations Charter have been submitted to constant strikes on the side of that powerful countries that are looking for expansion and people's domination to get our natural resources, technological resources, physical resources. For all countries, all the ones that belong to this group, and for all countries that are in United Nations, the unique defense that we have in the international sphere is precisely to keep tied to this functional charter that this year is 80 years of created, and it is the only legal and juridical element in which we can count to advance in the progress of our nations. 4 years ago, we did the first step in conforming this group, and in 4 years we could see interference in the global potencies and violating the United Nations Charter. And they did all kinds of abuses against our nations, against the political process of our countries, violating all the principles of this charter. We've been working, strongly working in this group. I really appreciate your cooperation here in New York and also in Geneva, where we have different meetings to fix a common position in front of these facts that violate the chart or where principles are required to be applied strongly. Maybe the painful case that we have lived has been the Palestine case, the systematic violation of the principle and resolution of the Security Council, not only the chart, but the resolutions of the General Assembly of the United Nations are violated systematically by the main powerful countries, United States and Israel, which is one of the worrisome process. But also, we have been under violation against another members of the group, that is the case of Iran, which they have applied all kind of violation of the principle of this chart, sovereignty, the physical integrity, and it doesn't have another origin than illegality. This group has rejected precisely all these attacks against its people, against their scientific nuclear installations that were also under an agreement in United Nations, and it was violated by these powerful countries. Today we are living in Venezuela's case, the country I am representing, another violation of the principle of the chart, when it is threatened his integrity by another country. They have deployed in the Caribbean Sea an important military group, 8 destroyers, nuclear submarine, troops, elite troops, highly trained, with the false excuse to fight drug traffic. And they have accused our President Nicolás Maduro Moro to be the sponsor of numerous crimes that have been belied on United Nations reports. And we know that this deployment has no other objective, that is to get our national resources from Venezuela and to promote a regime change in our country. Everything violating the United Nations Charter. Dear comrades, delegators, the United States of America speech was a speech very scandalous, where is being attacked the United Nations Charter, where principle has been attacked, the principle that allowed its creation. They have jeered in front of the United Nations of all the norms that we have since 80 years created to survive. It's been threatened countries. They are claiming just the use of the force. They have been digged and threatened with new sanctions, economical sanctions to countries violating the chart. They have valid all kind of criminal practice, violating the territorial integrity of free nations. I repeat that in Venezuela, we have endured for 16 years all kind of aggressions, economical, political, sabotage, rhetorical, fake accusations, and our revolution have endured all of them. So like this new aggression, this new threat that they are trying to do over our land, it will be defeated too. That's why we have been preparing ourselves. I should warn to this group of friends that about Venezuela they are preparing an aggression every day with more strongly and intensity and with more lies too. Our people is ready to resist. It is ready to win in a perfect national unity, but we have to prevent that a conflict escalate or an aggression. It doesn't matter how big it is. It would become in a catastrophe for all region. It is not only Venezuela. They are attacking the whole Caribbean, Latin America, and our region will suffer in a very important way. We love peace. Venezuela loves peace. And we have a proposal in a diplomatic way to understanding included with those who have violated this United Nations Charter, even with those who have threatened our country. That is the sacredest value that we have in our beloved land, in our beloved earth, and we should do effort to preserve them. And that is why the United Nations Charter, it is the proper mechanism that we have. It is the one in which we have to go, and that one that we have been defending. To finish these words, I am calling to strengthen unity, the unity of this group, the ones who conform this group, friends from United Nations Chart, and let's begin to go through an important dynamic in all ways, in all forums, in all spaces in the United Nations, as we have done before in Geneva, to hide our voices. I think that it has been an important balance that we have had, a successful balance with important results in the group that we have had. Thank you. Comrades, I want immediately after these words to go through in your consideration about the work agenda that you have in your hands, and there is not any other observation. I think that all participants agree with the agenda that has been delivered to you. So, with no negation, I want to go to submit to consideration some document that we have been working on, and I understand that is a wide agreement. So I congratulate our delegations. I am speaking about 4 documents. One is the declaration, political declaration of Friends of the Defense of the United Nations Chart. The second is a special declaration about African priorities. The one about industrial development, and the special project about the attacks against the Pacific installations in Iran.